All right. Hello, everybody. This is Sunil Tulsiani from Private Investment Club. I have the amazing Cora of Toronto Women's Club. Hi, Cora.
Hi, Sunil. Thank you very much. I'm so happy to see you.
Absolutely. We've tried a couple of times on Facebook, and now we're going to try this. We just don't give up. And because we have a special message for people. First is, of course, the Toronto Women's Club event is happening in 2 days from now, which is on 23rd of November in Mississauga. And it is the last TWC event of the year where we expect a lot of excitement, a lot of people. It's going to be an amazing event. It's going to be an amazing event. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay, so yes, Sunil, this is going to be the fourth quarter and last event for 2019. So being the last event of the year, and of course, any event, regardless first quarter, second quarter, we always aspire work on making it an amazing event for everyone.
Yes.
First of all, I have amazing speakers, and of course, you are there.
Yes.
Are there to talk about how to become a millionaire entrepreneur, right?
Yes.
And we also have three other speakers. The first
Raymond Aaron.
Raymond Aaron, our friend Raymond Aaron, who will talk about achieve whatever you want, guaranteed.
Awesome.
Yes, and
third one.
Jim Hetherington is going to talk about action is needed.
Yes, absolutely.
And the other speaker is Dr. Kim Redman, who is a master trainer for NLP. And her topic is about how to unleash goddess, about the goddess, right? How to unleash the goddess in you.
Yeah,
I see. Of course, I'm going to speak, and I'm going to speak about the secret to success.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, today we're going to actually talk about that. We're going to talk about you giving us 7 steps to becoming wealthy. It seems like a very important subject for whether you're men or whether you're women. One of the part of being successful is to actually also be wealthy and financially. And we're going to talk about that. But before we do that, I want to remind people that Cora started basically 4 years ago, and now she's a top international speaker. She's an author, best-selling author, and she's a coach, mentor, and of course, founder of Toronto Women's Club. She's one of the ladies that I'm really, really proud of, because not only what she has done for herself, but actually she's empowering other women and men, of course, to get what they want, and she's doing it powerfully all over the world. I mean, she shares the stage with Brian Tracy, Robert Allen, Kevin Harrington, Jack Canfield. We actually shared the stage with Jack Canfield last week in Ottawa with the Wealth Mastery with Kevin Harrington and Jack, myself, and Cora. And of course, we had Angelo Milanakis. We had Lisa Cavender. We had Tracy Fines. We had Daniel Char. Am I missing anybody else?
Steve Lowell.
Steve Lowell from Ottawa, of course. He was there. He's my new good friend now. And so we were all there with over about 350 people, and it was amazing how that event went. And now you're going to be speaking and sharing the epic stage with myself and with Grant Cardone on March 21st, 2020. So you've attained a lot of stuff. You've spoken all over the world. You've traveled with me to various different stages and met some of the legends on the planet that we'll be able to, including Michelle Obama, including Oprah, including Robin Sharma, including Dr. John Gray, and
Dr. Deepak Chopra.
And Dr. Deepak Chopra together as well. So the idea is, the question is, how does one become wealthy? So give us the 7 steps of becoming wealthy. Of course, you're going to go into much detail over the weekend when people come on Saturday, November 23rd, to the Toronto Women's Club event. And I encourage everybody. I mean, everybody should be there. But go ahead, tell us right now.
Okay, I can only give you a snapshot of the 7 steps to be wealthy, and on Saturday me and all the other speakers will talk more about it. And for me, number one is to be clear on what you want.
Clear what you want.
Be clear on what you want. And when you know what you want, you write it, you say it, and you think about it. They say that if you write it, you have 10 times more chance to accomplish what you want, to accomplish your goal or whatever you want. So that's number one. You have to be clear about it. Number two, because you know exactly what you want, you would like to take the right actions toward your goal or what you want. You know, as an example, if you'd like to become a good speaker, then you have to take action towards becoming a good speaker. And so that's the second one, to take the right actions towards the goal or whatever you want. And number three is you have to be 100% responsible. There is nobody else who can do the push-ups for you.
Yes.
Yes? There are only people who can support you, but at the end of the day, you are the only one who will execute it. It is within, so you have to take 100% responsible. And we cannot blame the weather or the economy or the neighbor or the dog or anybody for anything that happens to us, right? What we are today is a product of what we did yesterday. And your tomorrow is going to be the product of what you are going to do today. So you are 100% responsible. And number four, you have to be a good student and a good leader at the same time. Can you imagine Jack Canfield is still taking down notes when he goes to an event? So really, there is no end to learning. They say that when you stop learning, you stop dying. So I would like people to be a continuous or become a lifelong student. You don't stop learning. It does not matter how old you are or whether you are a man or a woman. So you have to be a good student for as long as you live, practically, and especially the world is changing so fast. You need to be up to date on everything that is happening, right? And number five is to help people. And I would like to quote Zig Ziglar, who says that you can get whatever you want if you can only help as many people what they want. Yes. So if you help more people, you can easily get what you want. So that is the best way. For after all, the purpose of life is to serve. So if you serve more people, you can get whatever you want. And number six is you hire a mentor. And for me, this spells the big difference between the successful and not the so very successful. Where before, you probably know that it's only athletes and movie stars who hires mentors. But nowadays, hiring a mentor for me is the fastest and the most guaranteed way of becoming wealthy or becoming or achieving or taking your goals to the next level. And I have experienced it. And I say to myself, this is one of my regrets. Had I known how important and how much difference it makes to my success, I would have hired a mentor many, many years ago. And lastly, number seven is you learn from the experts, because the experts already have done it and you can use their proven success methods and principles. So you surround yourself with the very successful people and learn from them and copy what they have done, right? So you don't have to reinvent the wheel, so to speak, just copy what they have done. So these are, for me, I have read that there are over 4,000 success principles, and we don't have the time to talk about so many principles, and I'm giving you only the 7.
Yes.
So this for me is the top 7.
Okay, awesome. And so my question to you is that people say, yes, I want a mentor, or yes, I want success. Yes, I want money. Yes, I want cash flow. Yes, I want better life. And then very next moment, sometimes the idea comes that I can't afford it. Give a comment on that. How does one fight that fear, or is it a fear? Why don't everybody knows this? Why don't they do it?
It is a fear. It is both, for me, it is both a fear and a limiting belief. And I used to have the same mentality when I say, what, I'm going to pay 10,000 or 20,000 to a mentor? That's so expensive. But people don't see, instead of saying, I cannot afford it, why don't we say, how can I afford it?
Yes.
Yes. And what we have to understand is we have to realize the value, because I realize now when I pay my mentor, for example, when I pay my mentor 10,000, the return on me could be 50,000. The amount of mistakes that I avoid and the amount of return on my investment is way more than the investment. So I would advise people to look at the what is the return on that investment, not on the investment, but the return on the investment. So that is how I look at it. It is also said that cheap is expensive. If you are cheap, it is actually expensive. When you try to save money on yourself, why do you try to save money on yourself when it could mean your future and your happiness, which is actually priceless? So look at the how it is going to benefit you and the return on that investment, not on the investment. And also don't say it is expensive, say how can I afford it, not I cannot afford it.
Right. And so I see it in the world a lot of times that we have a lot of people who give advice to others and yet they don't follow. For example, we have financial planners who are not wealthy, but they want to teach people how to become financially free. We have coaches, consultants who tell people to hire them as a mentor or a coach, but they don't themselves have a mentor. So what's your comment on that?
For me, I only say the things that I do.
Yes.
I only teach the things that I do, and I walk the talk. Because first of all, if you walk the talk and you do the things that you do, you can speak in confidence and in all honesty and integrity that you do it. If I say I do what I say, you do what you say, because that is honor and respect on yourself and honor and respect on other people. And if I say you hire a mentor and I do not have a mentor, that is first of all cheating myself. And how can people believe in me when I am not doing what I say? So I would like to say that what we preach, we have to do it. What we say, we have to do it. If you say, I am an honest person, you have to be honest. I have to make sure that I am honest too. And yes. I say, I want to deal with people who have integrity.
Yes.
Then because I have integrity, right? And for me, there's no substitute for doing what you say that you're doing.
Exactly. Okay, so you've been with me for almost 4 years as part of my friend, as a mentee, as a partner, and all that stuff. Why have you invested so much money within yourself for into the mentorship program, and why should people do the same thing when they're thinking of getting a mentor, whoever that mentor is?
Yes, because I think I already mentioned that hiring a mentor is the fastest and the most guaranteed. Let's take an analogy for this. If you would like to climb Mount Everest, let's say you want to climb Mount Everest and you haven't climbed Mount Everest, and the way you climb Mount Everest, you try climbing this way and you fall, and you do another way and you fall. While if you hire somebody who has climbed Mount Everest for so many times and become successful, you don't have to do trial and error, right? You do trial and error and probably you die. Either you die, you make mistakes, it costs you more money, it costs you more time, more energy, you break your butt, you break your legs and all that, right? So it's also like in hiring a mentor. Imagine you do not have a mentor and you struggle all your life and try different ways and means on how, for example, you want to become a millionaire, and it could cost you the rest of your life trying to become a millionaire because you have a blind spot. You don't know what you don't know, right? Well, there are other people who have already become millionaire. Why don't you go to them and say, I like to become what you are, what you have achieved, I want to become like you. I want to become like you. So teach me how to become like you. And that's exactly what I did when I hired you as a mentor. Because when I hired you as a mentor, I saw you as somebody who have done it, who is more successful than I am. So find somebody who is more successful than you are, who have already achieved the one that you would like to achieve. And that is the easiest way to do that, because they have done that.
Okay, so as part of the, now, obviously you read other books and you meet other people, but to have a one sort of main mentor, what are some of the things that you have achieved in the last 4 years that you can tell people so it inspires them to do the same thing?
Okay, so yes, first of all, I learned how to write books, and in the last 3 years, I have written 6 books.
Yeah.
And 3 of them are best-selling.
Yes.
See, when you have a best-selling author attached to your name, it builds your credibility, and it has helped me grow my business because of that credibility. So the second thing is I have shared stages with the big boys. Imagine having shared stage 3 times with Jack Canfield, having shared stage with Robert Allen twice, with Brian Tracy twice, with Kevin Harrington. Who else? And I will be sharing stage with Grant Cardone. So when people consistently see you on the stage as well as in the books, they perceive you to be an expert and an authority. And this for me has really helped me grow my business, and it also helped me to quit my job. Imagine if I did not do this, I would not have the confidence and the fallback to build my new business and be able to quit my job.
Yes, yes. And of course, the birth of Toronto Women's Club also came from relationship, right? I mean, you wanted to empower women, and you decided that even though you were not a speaker before and you did not have any experience in running a club, and now you're running, the Toronto Women's Club, which is now known from all over the world. In fact, there have been a lot of inquiries from all the world to now open chapters of Toronto Women's Club. And, obviously you have to look for the right people to partner up for something like that. So to finishing off, of course, Cora is having an event on November 23rd, 2019 in Mississauga. It is in 2 days. If you have registered, that's great. We'll see you. If not, make sure you register for our event. It is the last event of the year before we go for Christmas, before we go into 2020 to launch a new goals, for example. It's a good place for you to be, to learn how to do that and rejuvenate the idea as well. And then, of course, I may have mentioned before, once you are at Toronto Women's Club, I also like you to come to the Private Investment Club, which is on 30th of November, which is next Saturday, where Cora is going to be there as well at the event for that. So we want you all to be there at Toronto Women's Club event, November 23rd, which is a Saturday, which is in 2 days. We look forward to seeing you. Cora, anything else you want to say before we finish off?
That's it. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. Sunil will be there.
Yes.
Raymond Aaron and all the other speakers will be there. And I will see you there.
All right. Take care. Take good care, everybody. And make sure you're